Oh, my boys lost. At least it was against the Panthers. Surely a bounce back game next week. They're in this for a good part of the game. The Panthers just keep finding a way to score every sort of 15, 20 minutes, and obviously a great start with Isaiah Yeo going over, and then just catching their tail from there on in. But some amazing performances from a bunch of guys here, and Reuben Cotter tops that list for 64 minutes there and 63 tackles. So he was special. 2 penalties in that, but 82 meters, kick defusal as well, getting back there, and then 1 tackle break. So Cotter's been incredible and still a great chance of making Origin. So yeah, annoying for that, but his scoring's been incredible. So yeah, everyone who's picked him up's been really happy with his output. And Jeremiah Nanai comes out with another 68, 2 in a row now. So if you held on to him, you've really done well. And this shows, what it's like. The roller coaster of holding some of these guys is you're going to have the ups and downs. And can you hold through those, or do you think that you can't? And majority of us couldn't. So the group that could, the 19%, you've done really well. So congrats for getting through that. The 51 tackles is not what you think really. And I suppose that's probably Penrith attacking him a little bit more in that side, and obviously it eventually worked, but still for 51 tackles and 4 misses to go along with his 4 tackle breaks, 89 meters, he was great, and I hope you're playing him or at least looping him because he's done a great job for you. Edwards was 67, so he's again that up and down type of score at the moment, averaging 42.7 and owned by 5%. So you're happy with that if you own him. Isaiah Yeo's just been trucking along all year. Been really, really special with his 66 and 59 average. So a nice try for him. Well deserved as always, and 51 in base. He'll be in Origin next week. For those that aren't sure, he'll definitely be there in the number 13 jersey. All right, Cleary, when is he going to score a try? That's what's holding him back this year. He'd score a try every 2 to 3 weeks last year, and obviously plenty of try assists in amongst that, the odd line breaks and stuff himself, and it's just not happening as much this year, which is okay. He's still directing traffic around. He's got a lot of weapons, so he doesn't always need to do it himself, but I think that, I suppose as the year gets closer to the end, as we get into the playoffs, the final series, then he's going to start to get a lot of those stats himself. And I suppose when you've been to a grand final, runner-up, you've won the next one, you're obviously going to try and do this for a long time, then you don't always have to put your body on the line and push that extra envelope. He's still running for a lot of meters. So the other theory would just be it's a matter of time until he ends up going through and getting a couple of tries and stuff like that. But if you're captaining him, you're still looking all right with the 63 after his 85 last week. But we're hoping for more as always with Cleary. But if you don't have him, like my head-to-head team, it might be a chance of doing fairly well this week if you've got a Hines as captain or something like that. Hopefully a big score from him. Coruscant, we spoke about him a little bit as being a potential option heading into this round, and he delivers with a 55, even in the limited minutes of 63. So a nice try assist and a couple of line break assists to go along with a few attacking stats there. So well done to Appy. Done a really, really good job. Jordan McLean's an interesting one with a really big score for him at 51 after averaging about 30 for the season before this one. So well done to Jordan. Fisher Harris with the 50 there was solid. Again, always a solid option going into Origin. To'o got a try, a nice one for him. He should be out next week in Origin. And then you've got Holmes was solid. Luai has been playing a little bit better of recent weeks. So it's good to see him doing well, but he'll be in Origin as well. Plenty of guys in these squads going to be in that arena. Gilbert with 40, if you still own him, he's chucking along okay. Talangi doing okay. Tanua Brown also okay. Taylor May, so had 2 line breaks and a try and only the 37. So a little bit annoying, but this could happen for outside backs for sure. He's not priced overly expensive. He's pretty well priced under his current average of 45.6. So he's scoring generally around that mark. Tungo, after a couple of decent weeks, hits a 34 with the try saver, a line break try assist. He had 1 turned down as well. So again, if he gets that, he's up in around that 50 mark, but had a few negatives this game with negative 14. So yeah, not too much to worry with him. We're going to be needing him definitely for next week. So yeah, holding until then at a minimum. Lukey with 30, so a little bit worried about his points, the last few weeks after that really great bunch of weeks there. So just keep an eye on him. But again, playing next week and we need him. Then you got Hammer, getting really cheap at the moment. Stephen Crichton obviously got a bit of a head knock and just a tough game for him all round. We had the 3 errors and the 7 missed tackles. So neg 20 for him and a score of 17. So not ideal, not what we want. I own him still, not what we wanted this week, and a great chance that he plays Origin. So could be a trade out next week before he begins to lose a bit of cash. Again, he's been one of those guys like Nanai, where a lot of people traded out, and he's been up and down, and generally of recent time been scoring really well. So yeah, something to think about with Crichton going into round 13, 14 and beyond. All right, Drinky with 14 as well, so pretty low one for him, not ideal. And we move to the second game of Friday night, and this is a very interesting one with Titans absolutely dominating the first half and then just giving up a massive lead and end up losing by 11 points. So really, really incredible stuff. We had Herbie Farmworth at the top of the list there with 71. Doing everything, try, assist, tries. He's had a few games like this year with the 10 tackle breaks to go along with it. And yeah, not much else to really say. We don't really have many people owning him, but well done if you do. Payne Haas with a 58, so we'll take that for sure. If you are an owner of him still, a few people trade him out. He was way more owned than he is currently at 32%, but the minutes is fairly low, but the points production was great with a line break, the 5 tackle breaks, and an offload there. So if you're holding him, he's priced pretty well where he scored this week, so he'll lose a little bit more cash with the higher break even. But overall, if you think he's going to continue playing solidly, decent minutes for the rest of the year, then you might just be able to hold him. I understand why you would look not to, or would look to move him on as well. Tino, he's going to be an Origin, guys, so just don't think about him too much. We got Brimson with 55, so he's having a decent season, to be honest, in the 6 jersey. Well done to him. Carrigan with 53, so the 70 minutes for him is great. It's really what we're looking to see. He had the 4 offloads there. Just the tackles, again, pretty low in a game where there was a lot of points scored, which has been happening a fair bit for the Broncos. Either them scoring a lot or a little double team effort in terms of bringing that team, the totals up. So Carrigan there, always a great option. Looking at him in round 14 for sure. Capewell 53, Fafita 51. So good to see Dave back, getting a try. Getting 48 minutes off the bench. Unfortunately, didn't help them get the win, but is what it is. Ezra Mam, another great score. So if you picked him up, he'll be in the early 300s for sure. So well done to the 6.6% that grabbed him. We should see Reynolds back in round 14 though, as it's a minor strain for him, and he'll be okay. But yeah, another great game for Ezra and helping them come back and win this game. So well done. We had Jolliffe, Gamble, Tamari Martin. For those that own him still, a 44 obviously saves you a little bit. And if you played him, well done. Hope you did. Got the try, the line break assist and try assist as well to go along with that, the 180 meters. So well done to Tamari. Jaden Campbell was looking special too at the start. If you picked him up this week, you were loving that first half, and then obviously a nothing ball in the second half with majority of the Titans guys really struggling to score points during that period of time. We had Jordan Riki with 42 there, Cobbo 42 as well. Anyone who was looking at him obviously got a decent bit of benefit with the 9 tackle breaks and the try again. And then Sexton, if you wanted to pick him up, he was looking great again early on in that game. 2 try assists, plenty of kick meters there, doing really well, 38. And then unfortunately was out for the last 32 minutes of the game. So yeah, tough times for Sexton owners. If you brought him in, you're like, oh, we're getting a decent game out of him, and then unfortunately not from there. But for more, if you're still holding him, a lower one, a bit of out of the ordinary with the 11 in the negatives and no real attacking stats. So again, holding him for next week and going from there. Billy Walters, we see him almost level out now with that 25. The 41 minutes is better, but no high 30s score that we've been seeing the last few weeks. Just no real attacking stats there. Tony Staggs with scoring majority of his points in goals and tackle breaks. And plenty of negatives there with 4 errors and 6 missed tackles. So not his best game, but thankfully they were able to get the win. Great chance that he plays Origin as well. I think Freddie likes him a lot. That's that. Hetherington with 36 minutes and just a very low PPM. Surprisingly, 12 tackles in a 36-minute period. Obviously, he played a fair bit of time when there was a lot of tries, which stopped that. And when they had the ball a fair bit, getting 87 run meters there. So that's it with him, but he'd be definitely moved on by most people. I already took that L and moved him on. And the rest of the guys are irrelevant. So that is the 2 games for your Friday night. I wish you all the best of luck. We're bringing this one pretty late on Saturday afternoon, but heading into the Warriors and the Knights games. Going to be a couple of good games tonight. Obviously, Sharks Roosters headline this one this evening. And I think that Bunnies Tigers one will be pretty solid as well. So I hope you all enjoy it. And we'll catch you in the next few videos, guys. Have a great day.